You've seen robot dogs, you've seen drones, but you haven't seen this. A horse made of metal that carries humans like it was born to run. A snake robot that slithers through ocean pipelines, fixing things where no human can reach. A robotic shark so quiet, the US Navy sends it on secret missions. And a machine called Sharkzilla because Robot Shark just didn't sound scary enough. These machines move like animals, think like machines, and in some cases do things humans can't even try. From robots that herd sheep better than real dogs to mechanical butterflies flying at the Paris Olympics, the future isn't coming, it's already here. This isn't science fiction. These robots are real, and what they can do will mess with your head. Let's dive in. 1. 2025 Kawasaki Corleo Robotic Horse. Kawasaki, the motorcycle company, is now building horses. Yes, you heard that right. The Corleo robotic horse was quietly shown off in 2025, and it's big, strong, and oddly gentle. This isn't some little toy robot, it's a full-size machine that moves like a real horse, and people can actually ride it. It's made for future mobility in areas where wheels don't work, like mountains, rough forest, or even off-grid places. And here's the cool part. It balances itself using AI, just like Boston Dynamics robots. You don't even need reins. Just tell it where to go and it walks like it's alive. Think of it as a high-tech version of a cowboy's best friend, but instead of hay, it runs on batteries. It's also being tested in Japan for use in agriculture and possibly even rescue missions. Real horses may feel jealous soon. 2. Illume Snake Robot. This one's like a living snake, but metallic, and it swims under the sea. The Illume robot was made by a company in Norway to check deep-sea pipelines and underwater infrastructure. It has no eyes, no emotion, but it's freakishly good at getting into tight spaces. It can swim for kilometers, twist around underwater legs of oil rigs, and even carry out inspections where humans can't survive. The robot is modular, so you can attach arms, tools, or cameras to it. Instead of sending a full submarine or divers to check for leaks or damage, Illume quietly slithers in and gets the job done. It's already working in the harsh Norwegian seas. 3. RoboShark Ghost Swimmer, US Navy. It looks like a shark, it swims like a shark, but it's not alive. The Ghost Swimmer is a top-secret robot deployed by the US Navy that looks almost exactly like a fish. It's 5 feet long, weighs around 100 pounds, and can go down 300 feet underwater. The reason they built this robot? Stealth. It can sneak into enemy waters without being noticed, just like a real fish. And because it mimics natural swimming, it doesn't cause splashes or noise. It's been used for surveillance, hull inspections, and secret underwater missions. So if you ever spot a weird-looking shark with no teeth and no eyes, don't panic. It might just be the Navy spying on something. 4. Festo E-Motion Butterflies. They look like butterflies, they fly like butterflies, but they're robots. German automation company Festo created the E-Motion butterflies, and when they fly together in a group, it feels like nature just got a tech upgrade. Each butterfly has infrared sensors, GPS, and wireless tech built into it. They use this to avoid crashing into each other and to fly in formation. All of this is controlled by a central system that tells each butterfly where to go. What's even more wild is how silent they are. No loud buzzing or humming. They're used for tech demos and future drone experiments. 5. Unitree Robot Dog, the pet that confuses real dogs. Now this one has become a bit of a social media star. The Unitree robot dog looks like something out of Black Mirror, and when it walks into a park, it confuses every real dog around. Videos online show dogs barking, circling, and even running away from it like it's some kind of wizard. Made by Unitree Robotics, a Chinese tech company, this four-legged robot can run, dance, climb stairs, and even do flips. It's controlled by an app, and newer models like the Unitree Go 1 and B2 come with obstacle avoidance, voice control, and advanced balance systems. Some are using it for security patrols, others just for fun. Elon Musk once joked that robots like these might outrun humans someday, and he might not be wrong. And the best part? It's one of the few robots on this list that you can actually buy online. Just be ready to explain it to your neighbors. 6. Salamandra Robotica V3, the land and water crawler. Now picture this, a robotic salamander that can crawl on land and swim underwater, switching between the two like it's no big deal. That's the Salamandra Robotica V3, built by scientists at EPFL in Switzerland. This robot was created to study how vertebrae like salamanders move and how their spinal cords work. Why? Because this could help in medical research, like building prosthetics and understanding spinal injuries. It has 10 segments, each with its own little motor and 4 limbs that can crawl like a lizard. The most impressive part? It smoothly changes its movement style from walking to swimming, exactly how real salamanders do when they move from land to water. So yeah, this robot isn't just cool, it's helping doctors learn how the nervous system works. 7. Wearable Cyborg exoskeleton. Walk again, lift more. This one isn't a robotic animal, but it turns humans into part animal, part machine. These wearable robot suits are called exoskeletons, and they give people superpowers. Not comic book style powers, but real ones, like being able to walk again after a spinal injury, or lifting hundreds of pounds without breaking a sweat. Companies like Cyberdyne in Japan, and Sarcos Robotics in the USA, and Hyundai have been building these wearable suits for workers in factories. The Japanese suit called HAL is already being used in hospitals to help patients walk during rehab. And fun fact, so if you ever dreamed of becoming Iron Man, this is the closest we've come so far. 8. Robotic whale shark. The gentle giant goes tech. You've heard of robotic fish, but how about a robotic whale shark? Yes, China built a life-size robotic version of the world's biggest fish, and it's not just for fun. This robot was developed by Robotic, a Chinese marine technology company. It's about 4 meters long, swims like the real thing, and it's powered by jet propulsion and fin control systems. What's the point? It's used in aquariums, underwater research, and sometimes for military underwater surveillance. Yes, even the gentle giant can be turned into a spy. The robot mimics the smooth, slow-swimming style of the real whale shark and moves with almost no sound. It's even covered in realistic-looking skin with sensors to avoid obstacles. When tested in China's Qingdao Underwater World Aquarium, visitors thought it was a real animal until someone pointed out the charging port. 9. Cyborg beetles. Real insects turned into remote-controlled drones. Now, this one sounds straight out of a spy movie. Real beetles controlled by humans using a remote? Not robots pretending to be beetles, actually living beetles with tiny chips on their backs. These cyborg beetles are being developed by researchers at UC Berkeley and backed by DARPA. Yes, the same military research group that helped create the internet. Scientists attach miniature computers and electrodes to the beetles' muscles, allowing them to steer the bugs left or right mid-air by sending small electrical signals. The idea? Using them as natural drones in search and rescue missions or to explore places too dangerous for humans.
10. Plurobot, EPFL, the robotic lizard with a brain. Meet another creation from Switzerland's EPFL lab, the Plurobot. It's inspired by the Pleurodil's waltle, a species of salamander that can walk, crawl, and swim, making it the perfect animal to copy if you want a robot that can do it all. Plurobot was built using X-rays of real salamanders to recreate their exact bone and muscle structure. It has 27 joints and 3 D-printed bones that mimic how the real thing moves. Every part of its body is designed to move just like a vertebrate skeleton. So it's more than just a cool robot. It's basically a walking, crawling science experiment. Why build something so specific? Because it helps researchers understand how the brain controls movement in creatures with spines. It's not a cute or flashy robot, but it might be one of the smartest in terms of design. 11. Sharkzilla, the mechanical shark that bites back. Now get ready for Sharkzilla. This robotic shark isn't for science. It's for breaking stuff on TV. Built by the team behind Discovery Channel's Mythbusters, Sharkzilla was a massive 50-foot-long robotic shark made for testing myths and smashing things like boats, barrels, and even surfboards. It was first introduced during Shark Week, and fans went wild. Why? Because it wasn't just a model. It had working jaws, moving fins, and a powerful motorized body that could actually bite through steel. Sharkzilla wasn't created for military use or deep-sea spying. It was made to show just how much force a shark that size would have in real life, and it turns out, it's a lot. The robot's jaws were so strong the Mythbusters team used it to test movie scenes and shark legends to see if they'd hold up under real bite force. Spoiler alert, most didn't. 12th, Snail robots, the smartest slow movers you'll ever see. They might move slow, but these snail robots are built for something way bigger than crawling across a table. These aren't toys or YouTube experiments. These are robotic snails designed to work as a swarm, developed for research and micro-task missions. Inspired by how real snails move and cooperate in nature, these bots are made to communicate, navigate tight spaces, and work together like a mini task force. Guided by tiny sensors, soft body mechanics, and in some cases, magnets, their suction cup-like foot designs let them move across vertical surfaces, and some can even carry mini tools. Engineers are looking at these bots for jobs like medical research, cleaning inside machines, or even working in teams to inspect pipelines or damaged electronics where traditional bots can't reach. They're slow, they're small, but together, they're smarter than they look. 13th, Mantis, hexapod walking machine. This one doesn't crawl, it stomps. Meet Mantis, the largest rideable hexapod robot in the world. Created by engineer Matt Denton in the UK, Mantis stands about 9 feet tall, weighs over 2 tons, and has 6 hydraulic legs that allow it to walk over rocks, dirt, and rough terrain like a robot from a sci-fi battlefield. Unlike smaller hexapods used in labs, Mantis is a full-size machine that you can sit inside and drive. It's powered by a diesel engine and controlled using a joystick and computer system. The legs move in sync using advanced software that keeps the robot balanced as it climbs and walks. Originally built as a passion project, Mantis went viral after videos showed it walking around like a giant robotic insect. It's big, slow, and loud, but when you see it move, it looks like something out of Star Wars. 14. Wildcat, Boston Dynamics Untamed Speed Machine. Now from the same company that gave us the famous robot dog Spot, here comes the Wildcat. A 4-legged robot built purely for speed and mobility. Created by Boston Dynamics and funded by DARPA, Wildcat was designed to run faster than any legged robot ever made. It can sprint up to 32 kilometers per hour, 20 miles per hour, on flat ground, and even handles corners with surprising stability. Its unique thing, unlike Spot or Atlas, Wildcat doesn't need cameras or eyes. It balances using gyroscopes and sensors in its legs and body. While the project didn't go fully commercial like Spot, Wildcat is still one of the most impressive robotic animals ever tested in terms of raw power and motion. It runs like a cheetah, but without the fur. Boston Dynamics continues to break limits with robots like these, and Wildcat remains one of their most iconic prototypes. 15th, Ornithopter, the flying robot bird, not the human one. Perfect. Let's clear something up first. This isn't one of those big gliders powered by people flapping wings like oversized chickens. This is a robotic bird that flies by itself using flapping wings, and it's called an ornithopter. Companies like Festo and even engineers at University of Toronto have been experimenting with ornithopters for years. These machines are built to mimic how birds fly, not with spinning propellers, but by flapping. Some models, like Bionic Swift by Festo, are so realistic that real birds have tried to fly alongside them. They're super light, made with carbon fiber, and packed with sensors that help them steer in the air. Scientists use these robots to study bird flight, while others are looking at them for surveillance, especially in places where drones would be too noisy or obvious. So next time you see a bird flying overhead, you might want to squint. It might just be a robot on patrol. 16. Sofi, MIT sea sail, the soft robotic fish that swims like Nemo. This one's cute, sneaky, and smart. Sofi, short for soft robotic fish, was created by engineers at MIT CSAIL to explore coral reefs without scaring away sea life. Instead of being made with hard metal and plastic like most underwater bots, Sofi has a soft, flexible body made of silicone rubber. It swims using a motor-controlled tail just like a real fish, and since it's quiet, it can swim alongside real fish without disturbing them. It's controlled using a waterproof joystick and has an onboard camera that sends back high-quality video footage. Researchers have already tested it in the waters off Fiji, where it helped observe fish behavior without needing scuba divers. One of the coolest things? Sofi doesn't just float around. It swims in real patterns, diving up and down, turning gently, and even hovering in place. It's like having a robotic scuba buddy that blends right into the reef. 17th. Rex, the rough terrain crawler that doesn't quit. Say hello to Rex, short for robotic hexapod, a six-legged robot that can climb rocks, mud, sand, stairs, snow, and even swim across water. It was designed by University of Pennsylvania's Cod Lab with funding from DARPA, and it's one of the most rugged bots ever built for disaster zones. Each of its legs spins in a circular motion, kind of like windmill blades, which gives Rex insane grip and balance. It can flip itself over, crawl over debris, and even move through underground tunnels, making it ideal for search and rescue missions after earthquakes or explosions. It's also lightweight, fits in a backpack, and has been tested in wild conditions, including Afghanistan, where terrain usually breaks normal vehicles, and because it's so simple in shape, it rarely gets stuck. This robot might look like a toy bug, but it's been used in some very serious missions. 18. Lynx, the all-terrain humanoid robot with personality. Most robotic animals are inspired by bugs, birds, or fish. But Lynx is a robot that looks part human, part pet, and acts like a smart assistant. Built by Wildcat Robotics, Lynx is a humanoid robot with an all-terrain design that can walk, talk, recognize faces, and even dance. Think of it like a mix between Alexa and a mini robot buddy that can follow you around the house. It has voice control, emotion detection, and can even be programmed to guard your home or entertain kids. It's not a rough and tough explorer like Rex, but it shows how robotics is moving into our personal lives, and how animal-like robots can become companions, not just machines. Lynx may not be as well known as Boston Dynamics robots, but it's one of the few social robots built to be both friendly and useful. 19th Festo, Aqua Penguin. We're back to Festo, the German company famous for making robotic creatures that look and move just like the real thing. And this time it's the Aqua penguin, a robot built to move through water exactly like a real penguin. The Aqua penguin has flexible fins that flap in a figure-8 motion, just like a real penguin's wings underwater. It's made of lightweight material and packed with sensors that let it move in all directions, including up and down, making it perfect for tight underwater spaces. This one's often shown off in exhibitions, swimming in giant glass tanks, where people are shocked to find out it's not alive. 20. Kangaroo robot, the bionic jumper. Someone made a robot kangaroo. And yes, it jumps just like the real deal. The bionic kangaroo, also created by Festo, was designed to copy the hopping movement of kangaroos. Why kangaroos? Because they're super energy efficient. They store energy when landing and reuse it for the next jump. That's what the robot does too. It has pneumatic cylinders that compress air when it lands and release it to power the next leap. It can jump around 40 centimeters forward and 20 centimeters high, making it one of the few robots that move by bouncing rather than walking. The tech behind this robot is being used to design energy-saving robots for warehouses and deliveries, because if a robot can hop instead of roll, it might be able to get places wheels can't. And let's be honest, watching a robot kangaroo bounce around a lab is kind of hilarious. And that's it for today. Which one shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments. See you at the next one on Forever Green.